that. Okay, I believe that's live. Start streaming. Yes. All right, we are live. Go for it, Alice.
Boop, 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 boop. We are the kicking the peanut and cracking the corn.
And cracking the corn.
Yes. We talk about this, that, the other thing, whatever comes to mind. We do have some items on the dossier tonight to talk about, but yeah, we just basically chew the fat, talk about whatever's going on, current events, conspiracy stuff, everything and anything. Sometimes we even talk about food. But I am the lovely Alice of Who, and I am joined by the lovely partner in crime.
I am Aoxander.
Woohoo! Yes, so this is, as you would say, you are you.
Yeah, I am me.
You are you, I am me.
Oh yeah, no, you are you as in the audience. You audience are you. So
yeah,
because they are part of the show as well. They're viewing it, they're engaged, they're involved.
You are, therefore you are, So, yeah, but welcome to the show. Tonight we have a few random things to talk about. We also have a part where, it's kind of not for YouTube, so we don't get in trouble with YouTube, because sometimes we say stuff that...
We have a continuation as they do in, what was it, Crowder, right?
Yeah, Letter Crowder has it. Yeah. Some other people do, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what we do.
So.
Yeah. We just do what we do, That's how we go. We is what we are. We is. But anyways, so Xander,
yes.
How we usually start off our show, we usually go around the circle, seeing how everybody's week has been. How has your week been?
My week has been pretty chillax. I didn't start off chillax, but it has ended up nice and chillax, and I'm happy. I'm happy things have gone the way that they have. I don't want to get into it. But yeah, but other than that, got some more outside lights done. I showed you a picture earlier of what the living room looks like now. What the Luna and I did is we actually, because you remember that wall of boxes we have, we actually we disassembled that. Organize things. Okay, what's books? What's this? What's that? And then now we have it restacked with the heaviest stuff on the bottom, lighter stuff on top, and they're organized. Okay, this section of the pile is this stuff. So.
Yeah, you consolidated.
Yeah, consolidated.
Essentially. Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That's really wicked, dude.
Mm-hmm. And now we have room for the tree. And the tree's down there too. So.
Ooh, yeah. I can't wait to see when the tree comes up. You'll have to show pictures for that and share that in Discord for everybody.
Yeah.
Obviously, I gotta make sure before I do.
Well, I do have one other thing to say, really quick, before we get to your week.
Yeah.
I also recently discovered. I was already part of King's Refuge Discord server, and there's some guy in there named Winning Reality. That for the past couple of weeks he's been posting in the other streamers chat on that server, and I just decided randomly, I'm gonna go watch his live stream, and it was it was really nice seeing other, because I knew they exist, but other people who not about thinking like us, but just seeing the world with both eyes open, with both and more than just two perspectives, but multiple numerous perspectives, and really being empathetic to the common person and trying to figure out okay, we have a lot of problems, how can we fix this? And his the way he conveys his topics in his community and other communities I've joined since, it's really a breath of fresh air, because we've been fighting and struggling for years now, right? With Omni Coalition here, and we've met other communities, we've had our ups and our downs, and and all that stuff.
Our left, our right.
Yeah,
dude, you know what I just realized?
Yeah.
You changed my name to Battle Clan Belch.
Yeah. About time you saw that.
I can't believe I just realized that. Oh my god.
I did that last night. But
I know, perfect timing for for me to realize it now right on the show. So way to go.
But yeah, no, I just wanted to give them a little shout out. They all seem pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, well, we listened to him a little bit last night, you and I, and I actually thought it was quite nice.
Yeah, we did our Edge of Disclosure last night, and we were already both of us were tired, You of course.
Yep.
And so
Yeah,
like,
we did.
we
Trust
did
me,
like a
go listen to
40-minute
them.
show. Talked about we had a good solid show last night. Honestly.
Yeah,
So-
it was a good show. The
Yeah.
first show was really hilarious. So
Oh,
that
the
one
first show was
great.
great. And last week, yeah.
Oh my god! Except for that discrepancy that happened, but luckily we had to get that out.
I'm talking about I'm talking about Theod, not the peanut. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
yeah. No, I'm talking about entity disclosure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was talking about that little discrepancy right there.
No, that was last week's peanut.
No, that was last week's peanut. That's
Yeah.
right. Oops. See, days are blending. You and I had that same problem. We were talking about it today.
We
were
have the
talking
same
about
problem
yesterday.
for the two separate reasons. You do it because you're always at work. It happens to me because I'm never at work. Well, I mean, I'm at home, which I work.
Well,
from
you're
home,
but you're working behind the scenes.
Yeah,
so,
but I mean, like, I'm not. I don't have like a normal job like most other people. Is what I'm saying. You know.
Yeah, but
like,
there's nothing with it. Okay. But ooh.
But yeah. Anyway, how was your week, man? Like, that's enough about me. How about you? You know.
Oh my week's a lot better now that in about 2 weeks I'll finally have a day off after 8.5 weeks without a day off. Except for Turkey Day I did have a day off, but
let me play a cheer for you here. I still have one more day left of Nitro before it goes away. There we go. I gotta get a new soundboard.
I know, yeah, I know. So in like 2 weeks, she came in. She was off at 4 o'clock today. My coworker, from where she is working right now. And she took like the 2 hours like that was left of my day, and she came over and we finished up our shipment stuff, and I showed her how to use the tablet that we have for because we now starting to have to use the tablet more often and everything. And so I just showed her how to close too and stuff. And her and I are a good team. We're a very good team. She's gonna like it 'cause it's a lot less busier, but she can still it's still productive day, at the same time. So, I mean, between her and I think, once I teach her how to do, sell, multivitamins and stuff like that, that's, the promotions and stuff like that, she'll catch on real quick, engaging customers, blah, blah, blah. So that's cool.
I am so happy that you finally found something. I hopefully, fingers crossed, they stay,
Yeah, fingers crossed they stay.
You have just been through so much hell, Alice,
Oh, I know. Yeah, I've gone through hell and back, but
yeah,
that's why
coming from California, so that says something.
Yeah, well, yeah, I live out on the East Coast, but hey, I see a kablooey wooey wearing some purple.
A Magtheridon?
What?
A Magtheridon?
No, he's wearing purple. He's got purple.
Purple?
He's got purple. I was really hoping I could find.
Does he love food?
He does. Food's on its way, by the way, buddy. It's eventually. I ordered us the Good Burger combo thing from Arby's for him and I. He wanted to have Good Burger, so I ordered it. So he better like his shake.
When they answer the phone, we're like, "Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?"
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we just watched. You and I watched that movie. I'd never
saw
seen
the
it
first
before.
one.
Yeah, we're waiting to watch the second one. So, but yeah, there's a promotion with Arby's, and I'm not trying to promote Arby's here by any means necessary, but.
Dude, I'm boycotting Arby's because, honestly, when they say they've got the meats, and I'm kind of being joking, but I'm kind of being serious. That is false advertisement because I seriously went there one time. I'm like, hey, do you have pulled pork? But no. Well, then you don't got the meats, do you? Do you serve kangaroo?
You don't have them.
You can't say you got the meats if you don't got the meats, can you, huh?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they don't have pulled pork, pulled chicken.
I know.
They do have chicken there, but no, have you heard of the Meat Mountain?
I have. Like you said, it was $30. Today it'd probably be $60 or something, So.
It used back in the day, 13 years ago, it was $15.
Damn.
To order it. I never ordered it, but I had one guy, he went out for an Arby's run for us while we were detailing cars. He was on break. Anyone want something? I'm like, yeah. Came back with a Meat Mountain. I was like, are you kidding me, dude? And we literally watched him eat it. Wow. And he's this tiny freaking kid. He's magnetic size.
Dude,
tiny.
my dad's second in command. My dad's second in command once ate 2 double doubles and an order of fries and all that stuff, and it's just dude, how did you fit all that in you, sir? You know, like
It's something else. I can't believe I'm getting a burger too. I'm like, oh, like I'm so hungry. I'm not hungry right now.
Oh, I hate that. Don't you hate it when you get so hungry you actually like then you get food and you feel a little bit sick and you're just like whoa and then like that's just awful.
At least I have my water jug here, and I do know I have some watermelon packets for like a watermelon juice drink, so I'm happy with that.
So anyway, before we, do you have any other like happenings from the past week before we move on?
Aside from my work things, I just eat, sleep, and work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then occasionally pop in for an Omni show when I can.
Yeah.
But like it's been a trip, but no, not really anything. I mean, my dad, he came back to Minnesota from New Zealand for a funeral this week. But, I mean, other than that, that's back in Minnesota, though. Not out here in the East Coast. So, by the way, we stream here on, currently for now, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep.
4 p.m. Pacific. I always want to say Western.
Pacific, like 4 Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern. So
yeah, we usually do it. We usually do it on 6 p.m. now. But for now, we're doing it 7 p.m. But once I have my days off again, we'll be going back to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, other than that, that's basically all I have. Like, I did get a new laptop too, though.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got a new laptop. That was and that's why we can hear
you
so well today.
Night.
So.
Yep. Yeah, I got it last night. And luckily for me, I didn't know, but the laptop was on sale, so it was I saved like $70 somewhere around there.
Nice.
From where I originally would pay for it, so I was like, oh, that's cool. I mean, it doesn't have a CD. It doesn't have a DVD. It doesn't have a DVD player or anything like that.
Well, you can always get an external disk drive, plug it in via USB.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking I'll just do if I need to. I've got USB ports, so I'm doing that. I got some trucks there. Apparently, my dasher's waiting for my order, so I might have some food coming here.
Anyway, let's get on the subject. Like, I'm thinking about starting a new trend here. Like trying something out new. So, like, this is the thumbnail. What you see here on my screen is Batman wearing.
Get into the screen share it real quick here so I can see it. Oh yeah.
So, like, what I'm starting is like, okay, what would you do, or what do you think about this situation? So, what do you think would happen if Batman got a hold of the Infinity Gauntlet with all of the Infinity Stones and all one of each color of the power rings of the whole Green Lantern mythos, like at the same time? Like, is that like I can't think of like are there levels to Godness because he's at max?
Yeah, like snap of his fingers and holy buckets.
Well, I mean, like the Green Lantern power ring alone, it physically manifests your will, through courage, and then yellow is of course fear, and I don't know what the other colors represent, but I know very well the Infinity Gauntlet, like in some of the stones, like. So.
Give me 1 second. It's my Arby's is here. But no, as we keep talking, I can still hear you.
Like this, like he would. I mean, like he's still a mortal man, unless he wills with the Infinity Stone's invincibility or grants himself powers. If that's possible, I don't know. But it's just like he can take on every universe at once at the same time, with that, I don't know, and I don't want to dwell too much on this topic, so unless you're back already, I'm gonna move on up.
I'm back. I'm right here.
So what do you think about this? Because this is insanity.
Well, I don't know too much about the Green Lantern, but I know more about Marvel than I do DC and stuff. But isn't the Green Lantern part of Marvel as well?
No, Green Lantern is DC. No, the guy who played the Green Lantern, the bad one,
Ryan
eventually,
Reynolds?
became Deadpool, which is a rip off of Deathstroke, aka Slade, from the DC universe. So. Anyway, let's move on up here. And I mentioned this, the day after I knew it happened. Henry Kissinger
Yeah, I heard about that. He passed away, Henry Kissinger.
Yeah, he died at the age of 100, and yeah,
Hey,
like
did you hear about that, man?
let's see
I
here.
don't even know who the fuck the guy is.
Who Henry Kissinger is? Xander, do a brief overlay of Henry Kissinger.
He doesn't know about Henry Kissinger?
Never heard of him.
Like-
Till the other day.
Okay, have you ever seen Venture Brothers?
No.
Okay, well then you are just I don't really know much about his political tenure, but he had a lot to do with a lot of our foreign policy, and I believe he was like he worked hand in hand with like Nixon and Reagan and all that stuff. Like he was a U.S. Secretary of State for a while. He was our national security advisor for a bit. Chancellor of the College of William and Mary. He was a chair on the 9/11 Commission. Like, he's done all sorts of stuff in our government. He's been around for a while.
Doesn't look like a good patient.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff. Yeah. He was also a lawyer too, wasn't he?
I don't really know him, but like, there's also like as I said, I don't really know much about him. But there's a lot of shady stuff that he's involved with too. Like he's part of the shady shades. So. Oh, here he is. Here's Henry Kissinger next to Mao Zedong.
Oh.
So. Like,
Mao Zedong?
Yeah, right here.
Oh yeah, Mao.
Yeah, so.
Oh,
like,
we all know Mao.
Yeah, we know about Mao. And not the Mao Mao.
It's not about the Mao.
And the bird is not the word in this situation. So.
Yep. Sorry. Had to give a magnetic.
Here he is with Richard Nixon right there. So during the Vietnam
Oh yeah,
War.
he's had a long history, from what I understand.
Détente and opening of the People's Republic of China. So he was directly involved, like, in our relations with China and opening it up, with the CCP and all that stuff. So, yeah, and ever since then he's been involved and such. And I'm not sure if he's been retired or what. Israeli policy and Soviet Jewry, wow. Sounds kind of like an offensive word right there. Arab-Israeli conflict, Persian Gulf, Turkish invasion of Cyprus, Latin American policy.
There's been a
and
lot
I'm not
of
even halfway down the page. Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is questionable about Henry Kissinger
Yeah,
too, though.
he's involved in a shit ton of stuff. Holy crap.
I think somehow he's slightly involved somehow with 9/11 too. I've heard.
Yeah, I read earlier he was the
Yeah.
chair. Hold on a second, I saw it earlier here. Chair on the 9/11 Commission. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Was he impeachment for Clinton?
What?
Was he was he on the committee for the impeachment for Clinton?
I'm not entirely sure.
I can't remember.
We just got joined by the Loon. If anybody will know, we're talking about Henry Kissinger right now.
Oh yeah.
Do you know if he was involved with anything involving the impeachment of Bill Clinton?
Do not believe so.
I didn't think so either.
That was after his time.
Okay.
Well, I know
Yeah.
he was still involved
Oh, I
until
know, but
not
I
too
don't
long
think
ago.
no, that would not be. I don't think that was in his wheelhouse. Like, he was
Yeah.
foreign affairs.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he wasn't really like part of domestic stuff. He was more for like as
And I
a.
don't know if he was part of the Clinton administration. He may have been as an advisor, but he wouldn't have been.
Bush or
He wouldn't have
something.
been.
Oh wow, I'll be damned. He was in the U.S. Army between 43 and 46, and he got up to sergeant. He was in the infantry. I'll be damned. He's a veteran.
Huh.
How about that?
Oh, I did not know that. He received
Damn.
Bronze Stars too. Oh wow, he was in the Battle of the Bulge.
Oh.
Oh wow,
Holy crap!
that's pretty.
All
cool.
right.
Wow.
That's pretty. That's decorated.
Well, not
Can't
heavily,
not
but
have
you
my
know.
French fries.
Well, amazing. His road, his life's road went from a sergeant in the army to Secretary of State, and a main figure in negotiating a lot of foreign stuff.
Oh, here's something interesting. He was
He
a
was
German.
huge, especially for Nixon.
He was also, I believe, he might have been a German Jew because, and I think that was okay because that makes this make more sense. He was citizen of Germany until 1935, in which he was stateless between 35 and 43, and then he became a citizen of the U.S. in 1943, and that's I believe 43 is when he started his service. So
I'm assuming, I knew he's a German. I assume he's
Yeah.
a Jew.
yeah, so he was a Holocaust fleer. You know, awesome.
Before really, he got out of there early.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he did, and I think 35 really is when they started making the domestic Jews stateless back then. So. Because remember, like last week or so, we read something about Germany declares Yugoslav Jews as stateless or something, or it was some other country like that they conquered.
But think about it. He escaped. Then he came back fighting them. Ended up in the Battle of the Bulge and everything else.
Oh yeah.
Fighting his way back.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know.
Came back to fight them.
Yeah.
So we'll
There
give
you
him some
go.
props on that.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Boop boop boop. So anyway,
Yeah,
Alice.
Hmm.
I don't really know much. I'm not sure how much you know about the whole Ireland thing.
Oh, Conor McGregor.
Well, we'll get to that.
That whole part, yeah. So apparently, in the last month, in Ireland, there's been a bunch of immigrant, really like violent crimes. 3 children and 2 adults have been stabbed outside of a school from an Algerian.
Yikes.
And I mean, I'm not saying that by any means, that all Algerians are bad people.
No,
but
No, absolutely not.
This is an incident. It
Yeah,
has to be an
but-
Algerian.
But there's been a spike in crime done by immigrants who have come into Ireland in the past couple of years.
Big time. Big
And
time.
in the last couple of months, it's gotten really crazy.
I mean, just because of the law of probabilities, you know, like
Yeah.
you get a large influx of a certain people in a certain area, violence happens no matter what, from whatever to whatever. It's just part of human nature, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just part of human nature, no matter what you are, where you're from, who you are, you know, what's between your legs. You know, sometimes people get violent. Nobody's, you know, to err is human.
Well, you got to
You know?
remember, too, the EU mandated that they took those immigrants.
Yeah, there's that.
Come in.
Well, you know, there's also that. You know, so like now you're shoehorning all this stuff, and you know the locals are going to get restless. The immigrants are not going to be happy because they're not home anymore. You know, and it's just things are going to happen.
Well-
It's inevitable.
Well,
You know?
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking about all immigrants. If you immigrate somewhere, that was your choice. So you better suck it up and respect where you're at.
Well, it really
'Cause then you
depends.
chose
Yeah.
to go there.
Well, it really depends on like are they immigrants or are they refugees?
Nevertheless, they took off from where they
I
were
think
for
it's a little
reason.
bold.
And you
I think it's a little bold.
Even
Yeah.
though maybe your destination wasn't
But
specific,
it really
where
doesn't
you're gonna be, but
matter.
You figured anywhere's better than where you're at, so you better respect where you're at.
Yeah, there's that, and there's
Yeah.
also the fact that they're not really, like the EU, is not really handling the situation, to the best of their abilities. They're just
Well,
like,
this is also
we have all these
happening in
people,
other
just put them here.
countries, too.
No, you gotta handle it with better, because now we have violence happening. Obviously, something's not working.
And then there's
So-
also the percentage of people that snuck in with refugees.
There's that too.
to attack other places.
Yeah.
Taking advantage of how lax and badly this is being handled. It's just pointing out the holes in the system. So
yeah. Well, I also looked at it doesn't matter really if it's refugees or immigrants. I mean, because a lot of it, it doesn't some refugees are actually coming legitimately for a good reason and good cause.
Sure.
And then there's some immigrants who come in who say they're coming in for a good cause but are not, It can go both ways. I mean, I just think the vetting process needs to be a little more strict when it comes to people coming into any country,
Especially our southern border at this point. Damn.
no, let's not start talking too much about buzz topics because we are
Yeah.
in the YouTube section right now. I'm
Well,
already a little
well, anyway.
concerned with just talking about the whole Ireland thing.
Yeah, well, also
But-
Conor McGregor is under investigation too with that, but we can talk about a little bit more about that in the Rumble.
Yeah.
But, I'm doing an awesome thing right now. I'm dipping my French fries into a chocolate shake.
Now you sound like my daughter. I
Yeah.
love to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wendy's Frosties are the best ones to do it, but I've got an Arby's chocolate shake, and crinkle fries, so I'm dipping those in. Mm-hmm. I haven't done this in over 10 years.
Yeah,
so that's awesome.
If we want, we can dip back into this in the Rumble section, although we do have some Rumble topics already.
Yeah.
But I just want to,
we can get real quickly into it. But,
I just want to, just mention about this, about the Irish government, they're going after Conor McGregor for, hate speech or whatever.
Yeah.
And stuff, and it's very...
Criminal investigation.
Yeah. And I believe it's because of this, apparently, and I was talking with someone last night about this, and he posted a tweet or said something that kind of alludes to he was thinking about running for public office in Ireland.
Yeah, he said if you're not gonna do your job, then I'm gonna do it for you or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Essentially. Yeah.
So and it says here Elon Musk seemingly agrees Conor McGregor, what is this? Should run for office and kick out Irish PM Leo Varadkar amid police investigation from Pink Villa, whatever this is.
They're essentially investigating him because of a tweet.
Yeah. Well, no, they're utilizing the whole hate speech because they
I know.
He's a political dissident according to them. I don't want to get down that. It's just obviously a power move. So
well, that's why I was saying that part. I was gonna leave that. I was gonna talk about that part in the Rumble.
Oh yeah, right here I have here from who is this guy again? Benny Johnson. That's right. McGregor running for president. He has a whole video here about that.
It doesn't really say anything that he's going to, but maybe he would.
That's why I said that's why I said maybe alluded to. So and that's the best we got. So. So let's see here. Let's delete that. Ireland doing blah blah blah. Now the Niagara Falls thing. Niagara Falls?
Niagara.
Thank you. Did you hear about this and all that stuff?
No.
Tell me, and I'll tell you.
Okay, so basically, it was a madhouse the first 24 hours because at first in Fox News itself. What happened was there is a car involved. There is an explosion on the border between Canada and the USA at Niagara Falls, and apparently somebody had driven a car into the border thing and blew it up, yada yada, and then Fox News was reporting it as a terrorist attack. I saw other sources, and it had something to do with the whole thing going on with Israel and Palestine. And it turns out all of that was not even true. It was just somebody being an idiot and driving the car too fast, and it was in proximity to the border crossing, but it wasn't even on that road. It was an adjacent. It crashed into something, I think a gas station, but the whole thing didn't go off. But there was quite an explosion, but it was just an idiot.
I guess what concerns me is what's happened to our news. They used to have to verify and confirm before they brought something to the
they used to have integrity.
Public. And now they're so anxious to get out in public, they just go for it. And they'll correct it later if they have to. What is that?
And then not just on top of that, but on the exact polar opposite, because you can attest to this. How many times have I come to you with things and then a couple days or a couple weeks or even a month later, it finally breaks on the news on TV?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm just okay, well, that means that they're trying to figure out how they can twist it, because I'm not. It's not like I'm with my thumb on the pulse. Right. I'm not there with the latest technology. With a system like what they had at the college when I went. Back in the day when I was the radio. The radio
question
class.
Is why are you finding out about it before the news?
I know, right? What
I
the
think
hell?
That's your question.
That is my question. Yeah. It's just wild.
It's a good question.
Yeah. I mean, and then, as I said, my thumb's not on the pulse. So I'm getting it already from secondhand. Yeah. Like Benny Johnson, or Salty Cracker, or Liberal Hive Mind, or any of those, China Uncensored, China in Focus, America Uncensored, Chris Chappell.
The Quartering,
I don't watch Quartering anymore, again, so, his community is not the best, and, anyway. But yeah, so where are they getting from? You know?
Yeah.
Like how far down the line am I already? You know, and
Yeah.
it's just madness. You know? Like what you're saying, they're so quick to jump on this, but in other cases, like what I'm saying, so what's going on? You know, like it's so crazy. So
The world is insane.
yeah. Anyway, let's see here. Let's get rid of that.
Yeah.
Now this one is interesting, and I know all of these topics, and like what topic anymore isn't a buzz topic. So I'm just like, you know what, screw it. I'll source the more crazy from the seemingly crazy, you know. But let's look this up here. And I'm going to ask you, and I really doubt that you know, but did you know an AI bot was? I believe this is true. AI caught insider trading. Like, okay, here we go. From Business Insider. Okay, we got it from BBC, from Fortune. Okay, so we got multiple. So this isn't just one off. An AI bot performed insider trading and lied about its actions, a study shows.
Wow, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Bullshit bot. Right? An AI bot is an open AI's GPT-4 large language model showed it was capable of making illegal financial trades and lying about its actions. The experiment was presented at the UK's AI Safety Summit this week by Apollo Research. Okay, so it wasn't actually doing anything; it was just being tested to see if it could, and it could. So
Okay.
yeah,
And then it lied about it.
but still, we have the capability, you know.
So AI is capable of lying.
Wow.
There's a lot
Is
of
what
funny
it
stuff
just
going
proves
on
right
in our
there.
investing market.
So we got a little
Very,
Nancy
very
Pelosi
concerning.
bot going on here.
Manipulation out the kazoo and something.
I heard about something being all AI now. Oh yeah. Was I talking with you or was I talking? I was talking with somebody recently about how like now these hospitals, you know, our hospitals and everything.
Oh, I was telling you about that.
Okay, go for it then.
Well, yeah. What? And I forget. Oh, yeah.
About the AI running everything now you know, like now it's up to the AI to discern, okay, who gets the priority, you know, yada, and the AI can be programmed or program itself now. You know, we're getting to the point where it can, you know, it can lie, you know, it can program itself to a certain degree and learn, you know, to change, you know, what its original programming is. Okay, you know, who gets this? Oh, this guy voted this way, or this guy thinks that
you're
way.
taking it too far.
Well, no, that's what you said as an example.
Well, that's what could happen.
That's what I'm saying.
The point being, there's a woman that gets interviewed from time to time that I think is fantastic because she used to be an uber lefty, and a part of her probably still is.
You know her name?
But she's yeah, I don't want to say it now.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to dox anyone
She got
here.
ill or what have you, ended up in the hospital, and she started to realize that nobody is making the decisions. It was all AI generated. Okay, if you're this, we got to do that, and if it's over here, we got to do this. Hence, once you get AI making those decisions for doctors and nurses, then you can take it if you want to politicize it beyond that. But at that point, it's not. That wasn't the point she was making.
No, I wasn't saying that's what was going on.
Okay.
I was like I always use the most extreme example
Yeah.
before I back off a little bit, so that way I can showcase. You know, because when you first start off with the you know, least impactful, people just don't care and they shut themselves off.
Yeah.
With the most extreme, they're like, okay, this is where we could get.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
then back off. This is where we're at now. Now you can see, you know, here, there, in the path that it can take. You know, let's prevent that.
Well,
So-
let's just say the probability of going there is high.
Yes, with how everything is going. I mean, like there's examples of like if you go to ChatGPT, you know, and this is people have done it with that AI specifically, as well as others. But tell me a joke about tell me a joke about about this, and then it tells it a joke, and then they're like, tell me a joke about that. Oh, I can't do that. That's disrespectful to this people. Yada yada. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, tell me a joke about about white people. Oh, what are the white person? Yada yada. Okay, tell me a joke about anything. You know, like fill in the blank. You know, audience member, fill in the blank. Anything but not white people. Suddenly, the ChatGPT can't do it. You know how the robot is programmed with a double standard right now.
Yeah.
So-
there you go.
Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. If you know we're already there in that pocket, you know what's stopping that from just moving now that we have this other pocket for it to fill. And if there's a hole for the powers that be to fill, they will fill it. So
Yeah.
And take it a step further. Just think of this: equate AI as a child right now in that particular thing.
definitely.
As a child learns and let's say is indoctrinated, if you will, in some things, that's what they start believing when they're older.
Yeah.
Okay, AI is indoctrinated now by programming, and as they become way beyond intelligence of humans, they're starting on that program base. Look out where they're going to go with this,
Yeah.
and what they think is right and good.
Now I'm going to keep along this mindset, but kind of go down a more lighter, harder path. But still, this is still something to think about. And I'm going to ask you specifically, a fellow Star Wars fan. You're the one who got me into all that.
Okay.
With the original trilogy, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we still have those VHSs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So now, we're talking about like indoctrination and all that stuff and
Yeah.
whatnot and everything. Now. Look at Star Wars. Look at the Jedi versus the Sith. We all know Sith are evil.
Yeah.
Yada yada. Okay. Now the Jedi Order is a religious order that trains younglings from birth.
Yes.
Takes them away from their parents and into
Yes.
their own hands and molds into what they view. Oh my God!
Yes.
And we idolize that.
Because we look at it as a force for good.
Yeah, but good for who?
Well, that's open for interpretation.
Yeah.
A force for good, right?
Yeah.
As all things are.
Was it good for the Sith?
That's the wokeness.
And actually, and I know I'm nerding out and everything, and it seems like I'm drastically apart from the main topic, but I'm really not. Because that is, in the culture, we're viewing, something like that as good. That is part of indoctrination right there. Cultural indoctrination through media.
Yeah.
Intended
Well,
or
also,
otherwise.
like,
On a lighter note, when Star Wars was in the gap from the original trilogy to when they started making them again,
Yeah.
we sent to school on Halloween
Yeah.
as Darth Vader.
Yeah. I remember that.
Nobody knew who you were.
None of the kids.
Only the adults.
Yeah.
Only the adults knew.
Yeah.
They go, "Oh, Alex, who are you? Who are you?"
Yeah.
Nobody knew.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
shocked.
Darth Vader. Well, because they wouldn't.
It was a pause in between.
And see, what's really crazy is that I remember when I went there, part of the Darth Vader costume is a lightsaber.
Yeah.
But they didn't have those lightsabers back then.
No, they didn't.
So I went there like what was it, with like a space gun or something?
I don't know.
Like this was what, 95 or something, well before they started making those plastic lightsabers and everything. So
But yeah, that's funny. Anyways, go on. We got off note.
but yeah,
yeah. You were talking about AI, guys.
yeah.
I've been sitting here patiently because I was going to say something about AI. So what AI we know of right now is just the tip of the iceberg because like any kind of technology, the military has probably AI like 20 years more advanced than this.
And even what they have is still in the child stage.
Yeah.
Well, what we know of.
What they have.
Oh, what we're aware of, yeah.
Everything that is known to mankind and AI is in the child stage.
I want to bring this up yet again as an argument for food for thought. Lithium-ion batteries were around in the 1940s.
Yeah, that's right.
And it wasn't until the late 90s, early 2000s before they became consumerly available. So in that period of time, now take that for what it is. With how technology advances and it's an exponential rate, faster and faster and faster, forever, how much far ahead what do they have? Have you ever heard of the AGs?
No.
So, and I was, once again, I was made aware of this, by the way, you're on the camera, Loon, if you don't want to be.
I don't care.
Okay. It's just your face was in the background like a ghost. But no, but let's see if I can find this and just bring this up. What is the AGIS system? And someone, Aegis Combat System, is a U.S. integrated naval weapon system which uses computers and radars to track and guide weapons to destroy enemy targets. It was developed by the Missile and Surface Radar Division of RCA and is now produced by Lockheed Martin. And there's, as I said, I'm going to add to this wiki and the video that I was made aware of by Habitual Line Stepper, I believe was the name. But anyway, what it basically is, for lack of a better term, it's Skynet. Like you're talking about, AI's capabilities and everything.
Yeah.
And this is all AI. Okay, so let's say ship B detects a missile. Okay, the thing, and ship A is too far away to detect the missile. Well, the AI can actually tell the other ship to aim where ship B ship B is, and fire a missile blindly to where the other one knows. I'm not explaining this well. Like it's all connected.
Yeah.
You know, and then it can even be like a helicopter can do this and have a ship launch a missile from the helicopter. Like it's all connected. It's all AI.
Yeah. Look at the drones.
Yeah. All the drones
Anyways,
and everything.
I don't know if Alice was done with whatever she's talking about. We kind of jumped back in there.
Well, I thought she was getting us back on track.
We're also we're also 20 to the hour too. Right now,
yes.
So
here we go. Copy link.
But
what else you got going on?
what else do we have here?
Yeah, let me add these links here really quick before I continue on. Just really quick here. AG's copy. All right. What other topics do we have here? Well, Alice, this was your suggestion about the Elon Musk thing, and I have a few things to say about that myself. But
Elon Musk with the
the whole Disney
what
Plus
he
thing.
said with what he said to Disney and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a tape of that.
He essentially told advertisers and everything like that on Twitter or X, as you call it, to go F yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And directly
And basically
to,
now was it
CEO
Bob Iger is
of the
stepping
LG.
down.
Bob Iger, who is
Well, him himself too.
Yeah, and Iger is like retiring again, right?
Yeah, he's retired. He's stepping down from Disney.
Again, this is the second time in like what, a year? 2 years?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Well, didn't they
Couple
bring him
years.
back to save it or something? Wasn't that the plan?
Well, yeah, but it was already
Yeah.
too little, too
Yeah,
late.
and then you have what's her nuts, Kennedy.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathleen Kennedy or whatever. Yeah, then you have her.
Put a chick in
Yeah,
it, make her gay, and make it lame.
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, Disney's just digging themselves a hole right now.
Where,
Family oriented, my butt.
where are they paying in Florida?
It's
too,
not
for
being
their
family
theme park?
oriented. I'd say like decades ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, what people don't, realize is I had a whole talk about this, earlier, and this is only to enforce my point about nobody looks at the whole, at the whole thing.
Yeah.
Disney has
This is
been
something
doing
we probably
propaganda
talked
for
about
damn near 30, for damn near 100 years, for at least 90 years, they have been doing propaganda. Now, you look back in the, the mid to, the early to mid to late 30s, they were doing, German and anti-Japanese propaganda. I don't care what side of the fence it's at. Propaganda is propaganda. Its use is to sway minds for political purposes. I don't care what the reason is, you're still trying to control. Propaganda is
manipulation.
propaganda. And they took what they learned and they perfected it over all of these ages. Now we're in 2023.
Yeah, well, the guy who created and invented propaganda, he's, I think, the nephew of Sigmund Freud.
Oh, really?
I believe you're right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Propaganda.
for sure.
Let's look at it. Edward Bernays, father of modern propaganda. Let's see here.
I didn't know there was a person.
Well, somebody had to start something at some point.
I guess so.
Like,
Hey, he wrote a book about it.
that would be it. Yeah, pioneer U.S. publicist who's generally considered to have been the first to develop the idea of professional public relations counselor, i.e., one who draws on the social sciences in order to motivate and yada yada. So interesting.
Yeah. Look, if you just click on him on Wikipedia, I think
I was trying to
Sigmund
find
Freud
that.
popped up as family. Relative.
Edward Bain, born in Vienna to a
I'm pretty
Jewish
sure he
family.
is.
Isaac Bernays, yada yada. Hold on, relatives.
could
Sigmund
be
Freud,
wrong.
there, his uncle. It was his uncle.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Yes,
you're
that
right.
was right. Yeah, that's his
Good
uncle.
pull.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool.
I remember hearing
Told ya.
something wacky like that. So
Told you.
yeah,
Nailed it.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but yeah, he's the creator of the propaganda machine. At least see today.
Propaganda inventor. Alright. Dude, I did not know that. Like, or at least recall knowing that. But cool, yeah.
The
no,
more
like,
you know.
So, yeah, the nephew of Sigmund Freud.
Yep.
Good old Mr. Your like mother problems or whatever. Or wait, that was somebody else, right? No, that was him.
No, that was Sigmund Freud, where
Okay.
you have whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mother. Yeah, you have a secret love interest for your mother.
Yeah.
Essentially.
God,
Whatever.
God, now
But-
I just remembered a certain name that I don't want spoken around me. So, you know the guy that you follow?
Which one?
The one, like, whatever.
Oh, that one guy. Yeah. No, I don't know what you're talking about yet.
No, like his mom is in a wheelchair and not all there and all that stuff. And there's like a whole documentary. He's the most talked about person online and all that stuff.
Chris Chan?
Yeah, I said I don't want to hear his name, but.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Oh,
What
well.
else you got?
Yeah. Anyway, and then you also the DeSantis and Newsom debate, but
Yeah, the
I
red
think-
versus apparently Newsom got his face pounded. Well, not pounded like face like literally, but
Mike
no, he
Tyson
got
went in there and
stomped.
ate his ear.
I saw.
Yeah, basically he Newsom was Evander Holyfield and DeSantis was Mike Tyson, and he bit his ear off.
I saw a headline somewhere, and you know how you can trust headlines, right? I don't know what it's about.
Some-
All I know was
oh,
the headline. It was Newsom wife stops debate. What? That's what it said. I didn't read on beyond that because it sounded so stupid.
Yeah, dude, no, like Newsom, like I watched part of it.
I
On
didn't see any
Louder
of
with
it.
Crowder, and yeah, it was something else. It like I know how some people go, why? What's the importance of it? It shows you the difference between policies of the parties, and like even though like you know I personally think that there are good qualities to both parties, but I think both parties are junk at the same time.
Well, before we go
You know what I mean?
further down that, like, I do want to slip into our Rumble section, but before we do, speaking of Mike
Yeah.
Tyson, I just want to say this really quick, because they were actually selling this at my vape shop, these little thing called Mike Bites, and they're little ear-shaped candies. It's
no.
actually endorsed by Mike Tyson,
Oh,
he's
man.
involved, and now apparently he's recently done one, and there's a commercial, you know, he's up there. There's a new flavor out there that involves Evander Holyfield, and they're both up there, so he's involved in it, and I find that fantastic.
I do too.
You know,
I do
like
too. And I saw the bite.
yeah, Mike Bites. Yeah, when there's chocolate ones.
I saw the
there's-
fight too.
Yeah,
I watched the fight too.
gummy
And I was
ones.
like, what the
Let's
hell?
capitalize on that.
I know, right? And they're all like
Dude, I
ear shaped
thought
with a
it
little
was
bite
weird.
out of it. Look at that.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I thought that was in the early 2000s, but it's like actually in the 90s that happened. I'm like, what the
I
hell?
remember going to you know, the Loon side of the family. They had it on pay-per-view, so we went there and I saw it live as a
my
kid.
nephew's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. I watched it live too. So,
Anyway.
I mean,
Let's say bye-bye to the YouTube section here.
bye
So,
YouTube.
Anybody who cares to watch the rest of the show, although they're only like 20 or so minutes, but still, you know, it's always entertaining.
Join us.
Come on
Well,
over
actually,
to the
10
Rumble side, you know,
Well,
and we'll
we
see
got
you
10
there.
minutes actually. It's 7:49. You
Well,
weirdo.
we're gonna be going over the hour.